What is going on, guys? Pino here, and today's gonna be my first tutorial. And so I'm basically just gonna start off with the banner tutorial because it's like really easy to do. And I'm gonna show you how to make a banner like this. It's like I think it's a really good simplistic banner. It's nothing, that you really need to do. It's really easy. As you can see, I only used a couple of stuff and it came out like this. So yeah, first you need to download your background. I chose this background because it's really like, I just like it. I don't know why, but choose anything that you want, but make sure to put 2560 by 1440, and then you could either just save image as, save it to a folder, and then go to Photoshop. You don't really need much. Just go here. This is my my own template that I made. It's under the do not touch. So yeah, first you're gonna make, or I always make a folder, and I always name my first folder background. And right after you do that, you don't really mess with the background much. After like the first couple minutes, like 2 minutes probably. And then you go to your folder that you saved it as. I saved it under Lake. I don't know why this comes out really small, even though it was 2560 by 1440, but I'll deal with it. Once you do that, and then if it comes out pixelated like this, what I mostly do is go to blur, Gaussian blur, then blur it to how I think it looks good. And I think 11.4 looks good on this one. And then after that, all I do is go right here, get a black background, and use the rectangle tool, and just make a background like that. And then I put down the opacity to around 63, 70, 50, around those. Then I just leave that like that. Once you do that, I always make another folder and call it light. You'll see why. And then once I do that, I put my layer in there. I open up a layer, put it inside of that folder. Then I go to my brush, and I always put this one white, and then I always put the front one white, and then the back one, like the color I'm using green on this banner. Then I zoom out with control minus. Then I use the white up here, make like a light effect like that. That's a little too much. I'm gonna press Control Z, and it goes back, undoes. And then after that, I just make it like a little bit. I don't really do much of the light. And then I just make another layer inside the light. Then I switch to the green, and then I go all the way. I go on the bottom like that. And you don't really gotta use that folder. And then Control plus, that zooms you right back in. And then when you do that, you'll see that it's more green down here and then white up here. But that doesn't matter because nobody's gonna see this unless you're on a TV or YouTube gaming and you scroll. But after that, you pretty much just add your text, and the text has to be over your template. So then you go to text, change the color to whatever you want. I'm going to do white. And I use Nexa Bold. It's not on the font. You gotta like download it off another website. I'll make sure to get the link, and I'll try to put it down there if I don't forget. But it's called Nexa Bold. You can search that up on YouTube or on the internet browser, and then I guess you'll find the link. Then you pretty much just type in what you want. For this, I'm just gonna put banner um, banner like that, all caps. Gonna make it smaller. Control T to size it like that, and then I'm gonna just do Control J, copy it, bring it down like that. Get the text tool. Oh, messed up. Get the text tool. Right here. Banner, tutorial. And put it kind of even though like that. And then what I like to do is go right here. You could like move it around, press. Alright, so you go to the tutorial, you rasterize. I don't think you have to rasterize it, but I always do it just in case. Rasterize, and then I do a folder, call it text. This is where all my text will go. Oop, my bad. Then you put it in the folder. And then you go to the bottom, like the tutorial, right here on this. And then you go here, magic wand, press shift, hold shift, and then just individually press on all these. And then once you do that, you go select, modify, expand, and then I always like to put mine like on 10-ish and press OK. And then I move it up a little bit like that. And then you go to banner, press delete, and then you could left click and then press deselect. And as you see right here, it made like these cuts, but then once you do that, you just move it up like that, make it fit however you want. Then once you do that, this is when I like add the colors and stuff. So for the top one, I'm just gonna make it green. Hold up, I have to make my gradient. I'm gonna make it green, that green, with like a darker green down here. That's my gradient that I'm using for this. You could use any gradient. And then you press gradient overlay, check that, and then check inner glow. When you're on gradient overlay, go to your the first one is gonna be the one that you have down here, and then it's gonna be like that. And I'm gonna move this a little bit because I want it to be a little lighter, like that. And then I put down. You don't really gotta put down the opacity, but on this one I'm not gonna do it because it looks ugly. But when you go here, you switch this to color dodge, this to white, where I always do, and then you can start putting the size up. I don't put a lot because then that looks weird. I mostly put up to 15 to like 10 is always the best in my opinion. I mean, like around 11 and 12 is always the best. You could add satin, that just makes it darker. But then once you do that, you could do the bottom. What I mostly do for the bottom is I always just do like that, just the normal one. Put the opacity down a little bit. Go to inner glow, switch it to color dodge, white, and then I just put up the opacity. I mean the size, like that. Let me just put it up a little more. That it just makes it like a silver. Once you do that, you hold shift and press on both of them, then press Control T, then hold Control and like pop it out from the corners like that. And then it comes out like that. And on this one I made it a little different, but it's pretty much the same. And then if you like right here, I didn't add a lot of like, I added put that down, go to light, go to the green. go to the green. Oh, my bad. And then, like, you could either put it down a little, like that. Wait. But like I did on the black background, I'm gonna put the opacity up a little more, cause yeah, like that. And then on the text, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Like that. So basically that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.